So good morning to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and great. So before starting, if you have any doubt, you may ask. Yes. So if you have any doubt, you may ask from the previous class. Okay. Okay, so let's begin our topic. So last time we are doing numericals on kinetic energy and potential energy. And yesterday I have taken oral of class 8B. So I'm happy you all did well and respond well. Yes, Binayak. Yes, Binayak, what you want to ask?
Sir, there will be oral today.
I don't know. I don't know. I have taken oral of physics yesterday, and you have
Sir,
given.
today
Okay.
there will be oral or not?
I don't know. Check your timetable. Okay. So tomorrow will be the oral of class 8B. Okay. Okay. Let's begin our topic. So last turn we are doing a numerical on kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay. So who will tell me the formula of kinetic energy and potential energy? Akriti. Yes, Akriti. What do you want to ask? First. Yes,
Morning,
Akriti.
sir.
Good morning.
So I don't ask anything. I have to tell the answers of potential energy and kinetic energy.
Okay. Tell me the formula of kinetic energy and the formula of potential energy.
The kinetic energy 1/2 into m into v square.
Okay.
Yes.
Just hold on. Tell me what is V.
Sir, v is speed.
Okay, speed. Okay, better you say V is the velocity of an object. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and potential energy.
Sir, potential energy is Pe is equal to mgh.
And what is value of G?
So value of g is distance to the body.
Okay. Okay, Akriti. Okay, Kaushar, 8A. Okay, tell me, Kaushar, tell me the formula of potential energy.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So the formula of potential energy mgh,
And what is the value of G?
the gravitational force.
What is the value, numerical value of G? It is a constant value.
Sir, constant, sir, 9.8 and 10.
9. Okay. Now, okay, let's rest of you can lower your hand. So you have given right answer. Rest of you raise your lower your hand. Okay. So the formula of potential energy is mgh, and m is the mass of an object, h up to which height you are keeping that object from the ground level. Okay. And g is the constant value, having numerical value is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. But as per convenience, we take the value of G is 10 meter per second square. Okay. So we will solve the numerical. And one thing more, if the value of, just hold on. Yes. If in a question, there is ask energy, okay, suppose potential energy, and what is the formula of potential energy? mgh. Suppose mass is not given, okay, g is not g, you know always the value 9.8 meter per second square. If the in a given question it is given that weight of an object, weight, so the weight of an object is itself mg. Okay, weight means mg. Weight is, if weight is given, so it will be mg, and the value SI unit of weight is Newton. So let's solve this numerical on this concept. Okay, please open your notebook, rough copy, and you pen and solve this numerical. Okay. See here. The weight of an object means W means weight. Weight of an object is 35 Newton. Okay. And we keep this object at a height of mm, 200 centimeter. So you have to tell me potential energy. Okay. Potential energy. Who will tell me? The weight of an object is 35 Newton. We have placed the object from 200 centimeter from the ground level, and you have to calculate potential energy. Okay, Uma, tell me. Yes, Uma. Fast.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, tell me answer.
Sir, 70 joule.
70 joule. Okay. 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 Alina Jafar.
Is it correct?
Sir, 70 joule.
Okay. Okay. Mohammed Shad 8C. What?
Sir,
Mohammed
70
Shadab.
joule.
Okay. Okay. Very good. So it's an easy question. So here 200 centimeter. I have told you that put the value of height in SI unit. 200 centimeter means 2 meter. Okay. Because 100 centimeter is equals to 1 meter. So 200 centimeter equals to 2 meter. And this W means M into G. Formula of potential energy is equals to mgh. Mg is given 35. Height is given 2. 35 into 2, 70. And unit of energy, all the energy is joule. Okay, 70 joule. Now, one more thing. The weight is given in Newton, and also the weight can be given. Yes, please lower your hand, rest of you. I will ask you. Okay. The weight is given in Newton, and sometimes the weight is given in unit kilogram force, means kgf. Suppose the weight is given 15 kgf, and you have to remember 1 kgf is equals to 10 Newton. 1 kgf is equals to 10 Newton. So what is the value of 15 kgf in Newton? 15 into 10, 150 Newton. Okay. Okay, just solve this. Weight is given 15 kgf and height is given 10 centimeter. Okay, so you have to calculate potential energy. Tell me potential energy. 1 kgf is equals to 10 Newton. Who will tell me? Okay, Vinayak, tell me. What is your answer?
Sir, 15 joule.
Okay. Anyone else? Vanshika. Okay, Vanshika, tell me.
Sir, 15 joule.
Okay. Shivam Yadav, tell me.
Sir, 15 joule.
Okay. Srishti Rai.
Sir, 15 joule.
Okay, okay. So, see here. 1 kgf is equals to 10 Newton and height is given 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter means how many meter? Just convert it 10 upon 100, because to convert into meter we divide with 100. 0, 0 cancel. 1 upon 10 meter. Okay. So it is the height in SI unit. Potential energy equals to mgh. Weight is given 15 kgf, means 15 kgf. We have to convert into Newton, multiply by 10. Height is 1 by 10. Okay. 0, 0 cancel. 15 into 1 into 1, 15 only. So answer will be 15 joule. Okay. So it's an easy question. Just put the formula and please lower your hand, rest of you, please. Okay. I will ask you randomly. Okay. So answer is 15 joule. So I am giving you a question, just one more above one more level. Okay. So please listen carefully. Initial kinetic energy. Initial kinetic energy is equals to 50 joule. Okay, listen carefully. Initial kinetic energy is 50 joule if mass is doubled or this is a level of class 9. Okay, class 9 level, but I believe you can solve it because you all are good students. If mass is doubled, so and velocity remains same. Velocity remains same. So final kinetic energy. Okay, who will tell me? Initially, listen carefully. Initially, kinetic energy is equals to 50 joule. Means if we have calculated a kinetic energy of body by half mv square, so its value is 50 joule. If mass is doubled and velocity is same, in another case, mass is double and velocity is same. So tell me what is the final kinetic energy? Suppose 2 kg mass is moving. In the another case, 4 kg mass and velocity remains constant. So tell me what is the final kinetic energy? This is a very good question according to your class. So who will solve it? Don't take too much time because we have to study. Yes, Vinayak. Okay, Vinayak, tell me. Sorry, tell me, Vinayak.
100 joule.
100 joule. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Vinayak, please raise your hand once again. Vinayak. Yes, Vinayak, you just send me the solution which you have solved for this numerical on my WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I can't
Sir,
see you. How? Okay, you just send me.
Sir, this time.
No. After the class, when you will. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And one more answer is coming. Who is raised hand? Who raised hand? First. Okay. Mohammed Shadab. What is your answer?
Sir, 100 joule.
Okay. You also send me. Okay. See here, students. It is a good question. So see how we'll approach the question and how we'll solve it. Initial kinetic energy is 50 joule. We don't know the mass. We don't know the velocity. Okay. Suppose mass is small m and velocity is v. So here initial half m v square, okay, is equals to 50 joule. See here, half mv square is equals to 50 joule. Now we have changed the mass twice, means we have doubled the mass. So here 1/2 mass is 2m and velocity is remain constant v square. Okay. So here 2 is extra. 2 is extra. Take 2 common. So I'm taking 2 common. 2 and what is in bracket? Half mv square. mv square. Okay. So we know the value of half mv square. What is the value of half mv square? 50 joule. 50 joule. So we'll put it here. 2 into this half mv square. 50. So 2 into 50, 100 joule. Okay. So the answer will be final kinetic energy is equals to 100 joule. Okay. So if you don't answer, don't worry. It is a one level up from your class. Okay. So the answer is 100 joule. If anybody didn't understand, they can ask me on WhatsApp. But if you didn't solve, you can't solve, don't worry. Okay. Now we will move on. Law of conservation of energy. I think you all have studied law of conservation of energy. So I will ask randomly. Don't raise your hand. I will ask randomly that. Okay. 8B Alia. 8B Alia. Tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Tell me what is law of conservation of energy?
Sir, law of conservation of energy is energy can be neither created nor destroyed.
Okay. Okay. Alia has defined the law of conservation of energy, but it is incomplete. Something is missing. So can you define completely? Okay, I'm asking to Arunima.
Sum of total energy, the sum of total energy in a system is a constant quantity. It can neither be created nor be destroyed. However, energy can change from one form to another form.
Okay, okay, okay. Rest of you can lower your hand. I'm not asked to raise your hand. I will ask randomly. Okay. So now it is the correct definition. Law of conservation of energy says that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Means we can't create any new energy and we can't destroy any energy. Only the form of energy is changed. Means from one form to another form. We will study the other forms of energy like light energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, sound energy, heat energy. Okay. So if a energy is in potential form, okay, suppose there is a potential energy. So it can't be destroyed. It can always only change the form. Means it can be converted into potential energy, into kinetic energy, sound energy, heat energy. Okay, suppose, see here, at some height, an iron ball is kept at this height. Okay, so which energy is stored here? Potential energy, because it is kept at height from the ground level. Now it is a iron ball. When it falls and comes towards the ground level, what happens? The potential energy converted into which energy? Kinetic energy, because the ball is in motion, and anything which have in motion possesses which energy? Kinetic energy. So here it will be kinetic energy. After striking the ground, the iron ball will produce sound and will produce some type amount of heat due to the friction of ground and the iron ball. So the potential energy converted into kinetic energy, okay, heat energy and sound energy. So you can see that there is no another energy. There is a potential energy initially. The energy neither created nor destroyed. So it is changed into another form: kinetic, heat and sound. Okay. And suppose there will be when the iron ball strikes with the ground level, suppose there is a small sparkling. So we can say light energy is also produced. Okay, sparkling. So here it is the law of conservation of energy. Now we will understand the interconversion of potential energy into kinetic energy and kinetic energy into potential energy. And the great example is simple pendulum. Okay. For interconversion of kinetic energy into potential energy, we all are familiar with the simple pendulum. It is like this. A ball, bob, it's called bob, is suspended freely. Okay. Here it is its mean position, means here it is at rest, mean position. Okay. What happens in a simple pendulum? We apply mechanical energy, means muscular energy, to this direction. What happens? The ball goes here. Okay. At some extent, the ball goes here at some extent. Okay. So after that, here after applying here energy, our muscular, means if we push this ball through our hand, so here from here there will be maximum kinetic energy. Okay. After moving this ball in this side, suppose this is the position O and it is the position A. When it goes through A, the kinetic energy will change into potential energy, because when we throw a ball or something in our air, what happens? The ball is going into height, means potential, the kinetic energy, moving kinetic energy change into potential energy. The ball is now going some at some height. So what happens? Here kinetic energy maximum, because we have applied force. Now it will change into potential energy. Here, when it reaches to the extreme position, means highest position, from here it can't move further this direction. So it is an extreme position. extreme position. So here at extreme position, it will be the maximum height, and here the potential energy will be the maximum. Potential energy will be the maximum, and here kinetic energy is maximum. After reaching here, it will stop for just for a moment. Okay, and what happens? The ball will return to this direction, means A to O. And here, after returning, the potential energy will convert into the kinetic energy. Now, after reaching here, the ball goes in this direction. Suppose this is the position. This is the position A, O, B. Okay. It is also called extreme position. Extreme position. The point B and point A is extreme position. Here also, when it reaches to the extreme position, potential energy will be the maximum because it will be the maximum height. So here also potential energy maximum. Now what happens when it reaches to the maximum height? It starts going again to the direction O, and here kinetic energy change into potential energy. When it will goes from B to O, all the potential energy will convert into kinetic energy. So here in the simple pendulum, what happens? Interconversion of potential energy and kinetic energy takes place. So I will ask you randomly. Okay, don't raise hand. I will ask randomly. Anmol Jaiswal 8th A. Anmol Jaiswal 8th A. Okay, he's not responding. Okay, okay, Vinayak, you are answering. I will ask you later. Okay. Alina Jafar, raise your hand. Okay, tell me at which point the potential energy is maximum. At which points? Sorry,
The side.
I'm asking the point. There are 3 points: B, A, B, O. So at which point potential energy is maximum?
Sir, at B.
At point B. Okay. Okay, Nishat, you tell me.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. At which point the potential energy is maximum?
So at point A and B both.
Okay, very good. So students, listen here. At point B, there is a maximum potential energy, and point A also potential energy will be the maximum. And at point O, the kinetic energy will be the maximum. And listen carefully. Where the potential energy is maximum, there will be kinetic energy minimum. Here the kinetic energy will be the 0. Okay. And here kinetic energy is maximum, so potential energy will be minimum. That will be 0. Here potential energy is maximum, so kinetic energy will be minimum. That will be 0. Okay. And in this position, both energy will be there, potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay. Here also in between O to A, there will be kinetic energy plus potential energy. Both the energy will be there. Okay. Okay, Akriti Goel. Akriti Goel, you want to ask something or you want to answer?
No, sir, I have to answer.
Okay, Akriti, I am asking another question. Tell me an example, okay, where a body having both kinetic energy and potential energy having both. Don't say simple pendulum. Say another example. A body possesses both the energy, kinetic energy and potential energy at the same time. Rest of you, please lower your hand. Please lower your hand. Okay, Akriti.
Sir.
Yes, you want to answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me.
Sir, it can be a speeding car.
Speeding car. So how the speeding car will have potential energy? It don't fly, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone want to answer? Please lower your hand, Akriti. Okay, Vaishnavi, tell me. Vaishnavi, tell me.
I can, yes, so I can give the example of dam, from where the water flows down so that the electricity could be generated. So there is potential energy, and as soon as the water falls down, it gains kinetic energy.
Okay, as soon as the water falls down, I'm asking at the same time, a body possesses both the energy, kinetic plus potential. Okay, Srishti Rai.
Sir, aeroplane flying in the sky.
Okay, good. Can you give me one more example?
The ball falling from the table, it has both because wind falling until it not.
Okay, until it not touches the ground. Okay, students, there are two perfect examples for a body having both kinetic energy and the potential energy. The first one is flying airplane, and the second one is flying bird. Okay, the two examples. And the question asked in board examination, you don't give board examination, but in class 10th it is asked two example for a body having both kinetic energy and potential energy at the same time. Okay, Nishat, you want to answer something?
Yes, sir.
What? Tell me.
So it will be stretching rubber.
Stretching rubber. Okay, so stretching rubber is also only have potential energy, and that is elastic potential energy.
So shooting arrow.
Shooting arrow. Okay, so at the same time, it will not have both kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay. Okay, rest of you lower your hand. So it is a example for a body having both kinetic energy and potential energy at the same time, the flying bird and the flying aeroplane. Okay, now we will understand other forms of energy. We have studied the form of mechanical energy. There are two types of mechanical energy: potential energy and kinetic energy. We have learned the formula of potential energy, mgh. Formula for kinetic energy is half mv square. Okay, before moving on this topic, forms of energy, I will give you one numerical. Okay, and it is a good numerical, good question. So try to solve it, because last numerical I have got only 2 answers. Means 2 students only answered that numerical. Okay, this time, suppose a body is at some height. Okay, suppose this is a ball. Okay, and mass of the ball is 10 kg and have potential energy is equals to 5 to 25. Suppose 125 joule. Okay, and when ball reaches here, the whole potential energy converted into kinetic energy. The whole potential energy converted into kinetic energy. So tell me the velocity, maximum velocity. When ball touches the ground, the velocity will be the maximum. So tell me the velocity here when it just touches the ground. Velocity. The whole potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Okay, I'm not writing the statement form. I'm just dictating and giving you the data of the questions. Who will solve? Tell me. Listen carefully once more. There is a ball kept at some height, having mass 10 kg and potential energy is equals to 125 joule. After falling the ball from the height, and when it just touches the ground, okay, the whole potential energy converted into kinetic energy. And you have to tell me what is the velocity of this ball when it just touches the ground. Who will solve? Okay, Alina Jafar. I also don't know the answer. I have to solve because I have given a data randomly. Okay, tell me your answer, Alina. Alina.
5 meter per second.
Sorry?
5 meter per second.
5 meter per second. Okay. I also have to solve. Okay, anyone else? Yes. Mohammed Shalab.
Sir, 5 meter per second.
Okay, Akriti Goel.
Sir, 5 meter per second.
5. Okay. Okay, Vaishnavi.
The same, 5 meter per second.
Okay, very good. So all of you answering 5 meter per second. Rest of you lower your hand. Okay. So I think the answer will be 5 meter per second. Let's see here. The whole potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Means potential energy is equals to kinetic energy, because the whole potential converted into kinetic energy means the value of potential is 125 and the value of kinetic also 125, means 125. Okay, and what is the formula of kinetic energy? Half mv square. Okay, 125 1 by 2. What is the mass of the ball? 10 kg. V square. Okay, we will cancel 2 to 10 by 5 times. Okay, so here 125 is equals to 5 V square. We can cancel 5 from here. 5 on 5, 525 times 125. So V square is equals to 25. We all know the square of 5 is 25. So value of B is equals to 5 and the value unit will be meter per second. So very good, all of you, Alina, Shadab, Akriti, and one more students, Vaishnavi. Okay. So you have learned the interconversion also. You can solve the numerical also. Very good. Okay. So we will study the other forms of energy now. Mechanical energy we have studied. Now we will study heat energy. It is a very simple form of energy. Okay, heat energy, what? Everything which produce having heat, means when we burn something like coal, fuels, it produces heat energy. And heat energy, anything having energy is capable to do work. And now we will see example how heat energy is capable to do work. Suppose you are using pressure cooker in your home. Okay, what happens after heating the pressure cooker? The water okay, from when we heat the pressure cooker, the water in it boils. What happens? The water changes into steam due to heat energy. Due to heat, what happens? The water changes into steam, and due to the steam, the vessel of the pressure cooker moves upwards. Means the CT moves upwards and makes sound. So the heat energy is capable to do work. It can lift the vessel of the pressure cooker. And one more famous example, the steam engine is also based on the heat energy. When we heat the coal, the heat energy from the coal, what it do? It moves it produces the steam, and the steam moves the engine. Means heat energy is capable to do work. Okay, it's all about heat energy. All the modern automobiles run on fuels, that is CNG, compressed natural gas, LPG, we use in our house, diesel, petrol, all produce heat energy, and due to this heat energy, it converted into mechanical energy and other forms of energy. So heat energy is capable to do work. Now the next form of energy is light energy. Light energy is a weak form of energy. And one thing more, listen carefully. Where there will be heat energy, there will be a light. Means if we burn a coal or fuel, what happens? There is a small amount of light also. Okay, and where there is a light, there is a small amount of heat also. If we burn our LED bulb, on our LED bulb, CFL, or any electric bulb, the 100-watt bulb, for a long time, what happens? When we touch the bulbs get heated. Okay, when we use our mobile, the mobile produce light, so we can see the screen and all things. So after using mobile for a long time, what happens? The screen, when we touch the screen, it gets heated. So where there is a light, there is a heat energy. Okay, now understand light energy. Light energy is a weak form of energy. It can't move any particles at greater distance. But when we do light, when sunlight is coming from a window, means our ventilation system, we can see the dust particles moving. When sunlight comes from our window, we can see the small dust particles moves due to the sunlight. Means here we can say the light energy is capable to do work. Okay, and it is also called Tyndall effect. We will study in higher classes. And one thing more, the light energy is very important source of energy, because due to which green plants make their food, and the process called photosynthesis. Okay, and due to the food that plants makes, we all survive, the human beings and the animals. Okay, so light energy is also a important form of energy. Okay, next, the electrical energy. It is also a very important form of energy. Without electricity, we can't imagine our life. We are doing the live classes, interaction between you and the student, me, the teacher and the students is virtually due to the digital platform, and how it operates due to the electricity. Without electricity, we can't imagine our life. When we wake up, we do brush, we bath, and the water in our tank, how it goes in the tank at our roof due to the electric motor. We charge our mobile, we watch television, we use fans. Okay, all the things operate on electricity. So we can't imagine our life without electricity. So students, I want to ask you that what is the advantage of this form of energy, means electrical energy, over the another form of energy? What is the advantage of electrical energy? Who will tell me? Yes, who will tell me what is the advantage of electrical energy over the another form of energy? Yes, Akriti Goel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me.
So it is transportable over long distances.
Very good. Okay. And
So it is very fast, virtually the speed of light.
okay, good. Anyone else wants to tell advantage? Okay, Vaishnavi Rao. Other than it is transportable at over a large distance. Other than this,
Another advantage can be that it is easy to use, because if we do by rubbing the stone, it will take a long time to do the fire, but by electricity we can use the induction and all, so it is easy
Okay.
and as well as reusable.
okay, okay, Nishat, you tell me
So it can be easily converted to other form of energy.
another form of energy. Yes. Okay. So students, electrical energy, there are means the main advantages is that it can be transportable over a large distance. Means you are getting electricity in this town, your town, and the powerhouse where the electricity is generated is from 200, 300 kilometers from your hometown. So it can be easily transported to our houses through wires, electric wires. And another advantage is that it can easily convert it into another forms of energy. Means the electrical energy can be converted into which light energy, the CFL, LEDs. Okay, it can be converted into the heat energy like induction cooker, our microwave, electric heater, toaster. And the third advantage is that it is a pollution-free energy. It don't produce pollution. Okay, because that's why the government is changing the diesel engine to the electrical engine. The trains running on the electrical platform, the trains running on the platform now running on electricity, because it don't produce pollute our air and environment. Okay. Now, the another form of energy is magnetic energy. Okay. Whenever we keep a magnet, suppose this is a horseshoe magnet. So it produces a magnetic field at some extent. Suppose it creates a magnetic field. In this magnetic field, if we put a magnetic material, only a magnetic material, it will attract towards its poles. Means if we put a plastic or wood, it will not attract towards the magnet. Only magnetic materials can be when put it in the field, magnetic field, it will attract. So it is a form of energy, and it also can do work. The electromagnet is used in heavy industries to distinguish the metallic waste to the other waste. Means there is an electromagnet. Suppose there is an electromagnet here. Okay, it is connected to electricity. When we on the switch, what happens? This will behave as a magnet. Okay, it is a iron, and if we on the switch, electricity is born in this iron. What happened? It behave as a magnet. Suppose there is a waste, metallic waste, plastic waste, and other types of waste. It will attract the metallic waste. Okay. Now what happens? This electromagnet is attached to a crane. So crane will turn here. Okay. And we will off the switch. Now it will behave as a simple iron, and all the metallic waste will be fall under the way. So we can separate the metallic waste from the other waste through electromagnet. So you can make electromagnet at your home also. How can you make? I'm telling you. Suppose not, take a needle, okay, needle, and wind the wire here like this, like a solenoid, and connect the two terminals of the electric wire to a battery, okay, battery. Now after connecting this electric needle, this needle will behave as a magnet. If we take a small pin, don't try to attract heavy things. Take a small pin, okay, pin, and if we take a small pin near this needle, it will attract towards the needle, okay. So it is the electromagnet. So all the electromagnets are made on this concept only. Okay, this is about magnetic energy. Now we will see magnetic energy. We will, yes, one thing more I want to ask. There are two poles of magnet, like, unlike. Two poles, north and south. Okay, tell me, like poles and unlike poles. There are two options: attract, repel. So my question is to all of you raise your hand. Okay, it is very difficult to ask everyone because we have very less time. So tell me, Arnav Jaiswal, unlike poles, attract or repel?
Attract.
Okay, the answer will, for like poles will, it will repel each other. Okay, so all of you please lower your hand. So like poles means north north or south south. If we put a like poles north north toward it, it will repel each other. And if you put unlike poles, means north south or south north, it will attract each other. Okay, so you all know about these things. I'm just taking a revision of this poles of the magnet. Now we will move on chemical energy. Okay, chemical energy. Now the class is going to be over. Okay, so chemical energy is also a form of stored energy. Means it is stored in a distinct chemical energy. Food, the energy stored in food is chemical energy. Energy stored in fuel, that is diesel, kerosene, petrol, LPG, CNG is chemical energy. The energy stored in firecrackers is chemical energy. The energy stored in cell and batteries is chemical energy. Generally, the chemical energy is converted into heat energy, and after that we can perform another work, or the heat energy further converted into mechanical energy to perform work. Okay, but in food, after eating the food, it is digested in our body, and the chemical energy of food converted into heat energy. After this digestion of food, when digestion takes place, the heat energy is released, and due to this heat energy, the heat energy converted into muscular energy or the mechanical energy. Suppose I am lifting this duster. How can I lift? The food that I eat is first converted into heat energy during the digestion, and after digestion, the heat energy is converted into muscular energy, so I can lift this duster. Okay, so in these three forms, food, fuel, and firecrackers, the chemical energy is converted into heat energy. In the case of firecrackers, the chemical energy is converted into heat energy and sound energy, because when we burst off firecrackers, that bomb, Sutli bomb, so it produces heat energy as well as sound energy, because when it blasts, it produces sound. So, and in the case of cell and batteries, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, because the batteries of inverter, the stored energy is chemical energy. But when we take energy from the inverter, how we can get it? Is in the form of electrical energy, because we charge our mobile, we light the bulb. So which form of energy is it? Electrical energy. So in this case, chemical energy is converted into heat energy, and in this case, cell batteries, the chemical energy converted into electrical energy. So it's all about chemical energy. Okay, Now we will take 1 more minute to discuss nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is the energy that is in the nucleus of an atom. Okay. See here, nuclear energy. Nuclear energy. It is stored in the nucleus of an atom. There are 2 types of nuclear energy, means the production of nuclear energy by the process of fusion and the process of fission. Fission you all know, you have discussed in bio class, binary fission. Anybody knows about the fission? Who knows about fission? Okay, Srishti Rai, tell me. Yes, Srishti, tell me, what is fission?
Binary fission takes place in unicellular organism. It takes form the 2 daughter cells.
Okay, means the parent cell is split into 2 daughter cells. Okay. So in the physics, what happens in fission? A single nuclei of an atom. Suppose there is an atom uranium or plutonium. Okay. What happens in fission? It splits into 2 parts. Uranium is split into barium and krypton. Barium and krypton. Okay. So what happened in fission? The uranium is split into 2 atoms. Okay. 2 daughter atoms, barium and krypton. And after splitting, there is an enormous amount of heat energy is released. Enormous amount of energy is released. And that energy is called nuclear energy. And what happens in fusion? 2 small nuclei. Suppose deuterium, it is the isotopes of hydrogen. You know, don't need to remember. What happens? These 2 daughter cells combine to form a single big nuclei. Okay. And in this case, energy is released. And this energy is also the nuclear energy. And one thing more, the atom bomb and the hydrogen bomb is based on this form of energy, nuclear energy. So nuclear energy can be destructive also and can be used as a productive purpose also. How can we use nuclear energy as a productive purpose? Means we use nuclear energy as to produce electricity at the power stations. Okay. So nuclear energy has 2 sides, the destructive side and the constructive side. Okay. The atom bombs and the hydrogen bombs is a type of nuclear energy. When we the atom bomb is based is like that fission. When atom bomb is blast, it splits into 2 parts. Fission, barium, krypton, and it splits over a large years. You have studied in history the atom bomb fall in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Means its effect is on means 100 of the years. It continuously blast and lot of chemicals released during this process. Okay. So it's all about nuclear energy. Now, rest of the things we will study in next class. Okay. And if you have any doubt, most of the students call me and ask. If you have any doubt in the class, okay, you may ask. Feel free to ask me. And regarding this subject only. Okay.